Okay, guys. So, what we're going to work on today with Jurassic Park is we're going to try and work on reducing the need for a metronome in our own playing. So far what we've been doing is we've been working on making sure we can play with the metronome, making sure that we can play confidently with the metronome at various different speeds. But as you might imagine, if you're a professional musician, or even if you're just playing for your friends or your parents or whoever, you're probably not always going to have a metronome. So really, the ideal thing is to try and get a metronome going on in your head, so that you don't always have to have a metronome to keep you in time. And there's one very simple way that we're going to do this today. So if you've been following along with the lessons so far, hopefully you're at the point at which you can play Jurassic Park through at a particular speed on the metronome. It doesn't really matter what speed it is, because what we're going to do, we're going to start off. We're going to take that speed, however fast you can play it. I'm going to say, for example, for this one that I can play it at 160 BPM, and we're going to play it through. So like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 like that. Okay, let's imagine I played the whole song through that way. Okay, so you don't have to watch me play the whole thing. Then what we're going to do, we're simply going to half the metronome. So 160 divided by 2 equals 80. Okay, and now here's the thing. We're going to play that again, but we're going to keep the speed the same. Okay, so the way that that's going to work is that rather than the metronome clicking on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, it's going to click only on the 1, the 2, the 3 and the 4. Let me show you how that sounds. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So can you hear that, guys? It was going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it wasn't clicking on the ands, it was only clicking on the numbers. If I compare it to 160, you can hear that the speed is the same. So let's go all the way back to 160, and in the middle I'm going to change it back to 80 and see if you can hear the difference. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Could you hear it? How I was still going at the same speed. So even though the metronome was at half. So the way we're going to practice this is, first, like I said, we're going to practice at 160 beats per minute, and then we're going to try and see if we can practice at 80 beats per minute. So that would sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again, imagine I played the whole thing. Now, if you find that that's tricky and you find that I've lost the metronome in the middle there, then go back to your original speed, in this case 160, to try and really ingrain that in your muscle memory. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You could even have, if you wanted to, someone to help you out and change it in the middle to go half. So I'm not going to be able to quite do that on my own. Or maybe I could. Let's see if I can have a go. See if I can show you what I mean. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2. Slightly messed up there, but that's only because I've got two pairs of hands. I can't play guitar and use the computer at the same time. So that's something else you could do. You could see if someone could help you out and change the metronome speed in the middle to half. And yeah, and if you're struggling to match the two up, go back to the original speed, play through that for a little bit, and then change back, so that hopefully what's happening is that your body is learning to take care of the beats in between. In fact, if you wanted to take it to the extreme, if you think 80 is easy, then you could half it again. You go all the way down to 40, so that would sound like this. 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 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 and... So that's even trickier if you want to really challenge yourself. So that's a little challenge for you this week. If you can play through the whole thing, and if you've been working on increasing the speed, now is a good time to try and see if you can reduce your dependence on the metronome. So, as always, let me know if you have any questions about this. Leave them in the comments below, or send them on through to Louise at Dalmain. She'll be able to forward them on. Likewise with any videos or anything. That's a fun little exercise we can do. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know how you get on, and I will see you next time. Bye.